Hello everyone, welcome to BTV. It's the final BTV of 2022. We'll be back in the new year and the Christmas spirit is here in full effect. What we have got for you today is a great looking match between Beeston and Hampstead and Westminster in the Premier Division. Two teams which are guaranteed of top six placing in the second half of the season. So it's somewhat of a bit of a free hit today for both teams with top six secured. Of course, any points which have been accrued in the first half of the season will be added to in the second half of the season. So there's still everything to play for in this match. This is the way the table looks at the start of the day. You can see Surbiton atop with a cracking run of form, 5 wins in a row there. Wimbledon in second place. With that sequence of draws, one of those was that match here on BTV. Hampstead and Westminster in third place, currently on 20 points. Beeston are on 18 points, and sandwiched between them and Hampstead and Westminster is Grinstead. If results go the way that's favourably for Beeston, and Beeston win, it could be that Beeston sit third in the table at Christmas. All the matches starting at 2 o'clock today. We've got one thing to decide in the table, and that is who finishes in 6th place. And there are two teams that could finish in 6th place. All eyes then on the other matches, which is Surbiton, Clifton Robinsons and Reading Loughborough Students. So it could be Clifton Robinsons, it could be Loughborough Students in either one of that 6th place, so we'll try our best to keep up to date. As I said, all the matches starting at 2 o'clock today, synchronised starts. Hampstead and Westminster in pretty decent form as they go into this game, following that defeat from Surbiton back on the 12th of November. They've won away at Reading and also beaten Clifton Robinsons by 5-1 at Pad Rec. And today they come to Nottingham Hockey Centre. Beeston, cracking result away last time at Loughborough Students, which sees them secure that at least top 6 for the season. What have we got in store today? So the teams are making their way out. Our match official, Anne Hairsign, is gathering the teams together. Beeston line up like this. It's a very, very settled side, and I'll go through it in more detail about that settledness across the course of the game. But Steph Turrell starts in goal. Julie Reid, Ella Cusack, Caris Miller, Jane Kilpatrick. Lumbrell is the captain, and she has requested the Christmas music you might be able to hear on the microphones dotted around the stadium. Hannah Grieve, Bee Bell, Maddie Pendle, Sophie Robinson, Lucy Millington, Mads Newitt, Nadia Banalal, Lauren Dunn, Rosie Stevens and Paige Gillett rounds out your match day 16. Today, visitors, Hampstead and Westminster. In goal, Roxy Gianfrancesco, Olivia Hamilton, Anna O'Flanagan, Jasmine Clark, Catherine Baker is the captain, Sarah Robertson, Lily Olsley, Pippa Lewis, Lauren Turner, Emily Rowlands, Melanie Wilkinson, Grace Ballston, Jo Lee, Lucy Hyams, Esme Burge, formerly of Beeston, and Lauren Hunt, all in the match day 16. The teams were bopping along to the Christmas music ahead of the start of the game, including it in part of their warm-ups, which is interesting to see. The squads for the first Pro League fixtures of 2023 have been released, and there are, if my maths is anything to go by, 3 selections from today's visitors in that squad about to travel to Argentina in the new year. Sarah Robinson of Scotland, Lily Olsley, MBE of England, and Grace Ballston of England are in that squad to travel to Argentina. Today's match officials, Mark Jarvis and Janice Tasho, and they're leading the teams out onto the dance floor for the final time on BTV in 2022. After all that, it falls to me to say, I'm Andy Day, and it'll be a pleasure keeping you company and talking you through this fixture today in the Vitality Women's Premier Division. The teams will make their way out to the points and stand and hopefully wave in front of the camera. Whether they do or not, it's entirely up to them, but they're facing up. It's a bitterly cold day in Nottingham, and it's a bit cooler than we'd anticipated. There was a swirling, misty wind in the air as well, so it's going to be cold. It's going to be a good day for keeping on your toes and keeping moving. So other than that, I don't know exactly what we've got in store for the game. It's two teams in decent form who will be in the top 6 in the second half of the season. Beeston, last time out, managed to get their only and first win against Hampstead and Westminster in the Premier Division. That was on the 2nd of April 2022. Caris Miller and Hannah Grieve on target that day at the Paddock Rec. Every other time, though, it's been a Hampstead and Westminster victory, both home and away. So, recent history goes the way of Beeston, but for the all-time record, it goes to Hampstead and Westminster. Looking at the lineups today, Lauren Burrell, 6 goals to her name for the season so far, of Beeston's 18 in total. Hampstead and Westminster have scored 32. Anna O'Flanagan, the Ireland international, has scored 6 of them, and Grace Ballston, as mentioned a few minutes ago, she's on 5. Holly Hunt is on 4, also is Lauren Hunt. No Holly Hunt today. I think I can spot her in the crowd, but she's not playing today. She's injured. She won't be taking part in that squad for Great Britain in the start of the new year. So I think you're nicely set up. You've got all the facts, all the figures. I've set the scene for you, so there's only one more thing to do, and that's to get the game underway. Hampstead and Westminster in their traditional shirts, mostly white with the dark blue and light blue stripes, and Beeston in the impressive kit that's gone down rather well. A few doubters at the start of the season, but it's gone down well, and apparently sales are good too of the replica kit. Beeston in the black and gold halved shirts, and they're attacking the boulevard end at the start of the first half, all of the first half, you hope. That's the end that Hampstead and Westminster are defending. They're attacking the car park end in this first half. So, things just settling into a bit of a early game rhythm, and that's an interception high up the field for Beeston, although I think that may have come off Rosie Stevens with 28 on her back, I think it is, and there's another potential interception high up the field. Things not quite clicking just yet, as I said, early days. Impressive work for Beeston's defence this season. I'm sure they'll be tested today. Free hit for the visitors on their right-hand side, choosing to go backwards and assess the options from just inside the defensive half. Moving it into the 23-metre attacking quarter for the first time are the visitors now, just trying to find another route through. Beeston blocking, there's a miscontrol, there's a slide in the middle of that. Umpires being called upon to make a decision. It has gone the way of Hampstead and Westminster, right on the edge of the circle. You can see how close that is for yourself. Back to the 23-metre line. Fired in again, and it will be coming back. Free hit, it looks like it struck the leg of the running defender. Rowland's receiving the ball, trying to get it into the circle again. Beeston equal to that ball in the centre, but they've given away another free hit. Hampstead and Westminster moving it quickly, tapped away and out of danger, out of the circle. Still pressure coming from the attacking side. Flick towards the corner. Beeston get it away into traffic. Falls kindly. Play on is the call. And there's a good run in the middle of the field as well. What will happen? There's the player looking to be found. It's a nice idea, and it's appreciated as well. Beeston moving through the gears very quickly in possession. Looks like a plan today from James Sedillo, Nick Moss, Andy Partridge and Gareth Aiken could be hit the visitors on the counter-attack. Certainly it looked effective there. Good running in the middle. Can anyone get a stick on this? And that's the opening goal, and what a fine finish it is. However, it has been turned over by the umpire. not taking away the quality of that finish and the celebration. However, it has been turned over. I wonder exactly why. It looks as if it may have a suggestion that it may have gone over the baseline, but we will see. The umpire's arms were outstretched, and that usually indicates it's gone over the baseline. Although, I'm not sure how, if the ball was struck from inside the circle. Anyway, we'll break off as Beeston gets to the 23-metre line. Just to reiterate, 0-0. We did have the ball in the net, but it's been turned over. So Beeston now getting a foot in the game. And to work things on their left-hand side, just in front of the dugouts. First couple of substitutions look like they're about to be made from both sides. Free hit and Beeston having to retreat. Good pace again through the middle. There's a player wide open on the left-hand side, and that's the player that's been found. In towards the circle. Is there a turn? Is there a ball towards the goal? It's been well watched. And this Beeston defence clear the ball to safety at the moment. That is excellent. Great timing on that delivery. And Sophie Robinson is in possession now. Huge call of play. Massive aerial ball. Bounces once. Taken down by Hampstead and Westminster. Picked up by Beeston. Brings it inside, moving left to right and back towards halfway again. Broken kindly. Beeston on their heels at the moment, and there's the first interaction of the ball with Steph Tyrrell. Ball coming off her left pad. Sideline ball for Beeston. Six minutes gone, and it has been all action so far. We've had a goal disallowed, and the ball's travelled a fair old distance as well. But the rest of the game's got in store for us today. Interception. Into the circle once more, across the face of goal, and this time it has been turned in. I think it's Robertson who's got the final touch on that one. We'll wait for official confirmation. Beeston trying to bring it out the back, and it was stolen. Nice control on the reverse side, through the goalkeeper somewhat. And Hampstead and Westminster have the lead. Big call of play from the umpire. Beeston wanting to get on with things. Shallow aerial ball taken down in the Hampstead and Westminster defence. Nice little reflected ball. Wilkinson with a layoff, and that's been carried out. Handled with a restart. And to go through the middle, doesn't come off. Pendle involved again. The players attracted to the ball in the middle from Hampstead and Westminster comes off the side. Visitors will have the ball. Must be Lewis with a restart. Beeston's defence is patient. Newitt in possession now on the right-hand side, and that's into space, and that's worked out for the sliding Caris Miller, I think that is. Yes, it is. Trying to put everything into that. Beeston bringing possession up to halfway, inviting a challenge or two, getting the pass away to the open player, knew it. He tries a diagonal ball, which finds a defensive stick first and foremost, although Beeston really battling for possession in the attacking 23-metre segment of the field. Calm defence from Hampstead and Westminster as they ease the ball towards halfway, inviting a challenge. It's been turned over by Beeston. Chops inside, goes this way, goes that. Free hit for Beeston outside the 23. To Pendle, and then Grieve sweeps the ball out to the left-hand side. Is the ball going to stay in on the baseline? It has been kept in. But gifted back to the Hampstead and Westminster defence. Trying to get the pressure on, and that's caused a mistake in the defensive ranks for Hampstead and Westminster. Sideline ball for Beeston. What can they make of this? We're moving along the sideline. Pendle is open, decides to move backwards. Beeston keeping it on the left-hand side. It's flicked behind. Looks like it's a long corner. Best spell of the game so far, this for Beeston. Can they turn this spell into an equalising goal? Another free hit on the left-hand side. Moving it off Grieve. It's been given away. Miscontrol is allowed. The visitors in, but atones for the error. With a clearing ball out of play on this near side in front of the chapel. Hamilton with the ball forward, takes a flick. Temperature's dropped another couple of degrees here as Beeston trying to get the ball out of defence, but it's been picked up again into the circle. There's a delay on that ball across, and that's been put behind from a Hampstead and Westminster stick. Beeston can clear. And clear they do very well indeed into the 23-metre line. Knew it in the circle. Will she be needed? She's closest to it. Gianfrancesco comes out with a clearance and hammers the ball away. Kuzak really working hard to stop that progress. Pace coming off that, allowing Steph Tyrrell the time to assess the situation and watch the ball roll over the baseline. 13 minutes completed on BTV. Beeston 0, Hampstead 1. The clock at the university strikes. 2:15 here. All the other games, as I mentioned earlier on, starting at exactly the same time. University of Birmingham, Holcombe, Wimbledon, University of Nottingham, Surbiton, Clifton, Robinsons, Reading, Loughborough, East Quinton, Buckingham, and of course the game that we're bringing you on BTV, Beeston versus Hampstead and Westminster. If we're able to, we'll bring you information of those two fixtures that will determine the team finishing in 6th place. Surbiton, Clifton Robinsons and Reading Loughborough Students. Those are the ones we're keeping our eye on. Of course, the game that we're most of all interested in is this one. Can Beeston get back into this game? Ambitious ball towards the middle, mopped up again. Just getting the ball on the right-hand side. Looks like Grieve has done very well to not only get the ball out to where she's got it, but also win a free hit as well. Aerial ball coming. Taken down by Hamilton, it looks like. Worked it nicely to the edge of the circle. Things open up, and that's really good goalkeeping from Steph Tyrrell. There wasn't much on the shot, but she had to be alert to it. It was placed and drifting right into the corner of the goal. Tyrrell having to be alert. By far the busier of the two goalkeepers. 2.5 minutes until the first break. Played right into the corner, making use of the space. Ball into the circle now. Beeston with 3 defenders around and done very well to not give away anything in that sequence of play. Long corner. Fired in harmlessly. He's dipping just a little bit the last couple of minutes. A minute to go until quarter time. Another entry into the circle but carried over the baseline. 30 seconds or so until the first quarter time break of the match. An aerial which gives possession back to the visitors again on halfway. Nice shape on the ball right into the corner, but there was no one there to receive it. And that is quarter time. The whistle blows and confirmation on your screen. It was a goal for Sarah Robertson, doubling her tally in the league this season. The only goal of the game. Before that, there was a goal that was disallowed as well. To be honest, not entirely sure why, but we'll pick that up on the replays and dissect that one possibly at half time. Our headline sponsor is the Magical Mushroom Company. The Magical Mushroom Company harnesses the natural flexibility and strength of mycelium, the material structure of fungi, to grow protective packaging at any scale by combining it with agricultural waste such as hemp, cork and sawdust. This offers a safe, sustainable and totally home compostable alternative to plastic foams. Ideal for packaging, horticulture and interior design solutions, you could say they're solving the plastic problem with the magic of mushrooms. Since 2020, the Magical Mushroom Company has produced over 500,000 pieces of mushroom packaging, and by 2023 they'll effectively have removed more than 1,000 tonnes of EPS packaging from landfill. Find out more about the Magical Mushroom Company at magicalmushroom.com. Quarter time on BTV. 2 minutes where the coaching teams get their instructions and observations into the matchday 16s. As I mentioned, James Sodillo, the coach of Beeston, Nick Moss, the manager, Andy Partridge and Gareth Eichen, your assistant coaches. I think Gareth Eichen is up on the camera tower to the extreme left-hand side. The coaching team at Hampstead and Westminster. Manager is Annabel Driver. Coaching, Kate Richardson-Walsh and Helen Richardson-Walsh. And it is Hampstead and Westminster who start the second quarter by immediately turning possession over to Beeston. Free hit for the Bees in front of the technical dugout. You feel that Beeston have made more errors in this first quarter than they were used to seeing. So I think if they iron that out in the rest of the game, certainly a route back into this game, and also playing more on the attack, more counter-attack hockey might be the route back in. Certainly was an effective break earlier on that just broke down a little as the two players over there get locked. Chris Miller, I think that is on the far side. Nice. Burrell mops up and gets a free hit. Hampstead and Westminster wanting that brought back, and that's exactly what happens. Maddie Pendle with 14 on the back goes for a sweeping restart back into the middle. Not everybody's back home for Hampstead and Westminster at the moment. Into the circle, it's loose. And Beeston were looking for a penalty corner there that didn't come. And I think Hampstead and Westminster have been very fortunate with that. Much brighter play so far in this second quarter from the hosts. It's a slip in the middle of the field from Lauren Turner, but that's not affected things too much. It's still with Beeston. Burrell with a nice touch goes around one player that hits her on the shoulder and she goes down. Everyone just checking in, making sure everything's all right. That's checking her gum shield. I think she's all right to continue. Beeston continuing this bright start, and she won another free hit on midway. 2 balls on the field temporarily, so one's dispatched to the far corner. Nice shape on that towards the 23-metre line, looking to find Mads Newitt, who just couldn't grab a hold of it. Beeston hunting impacts, trying to win the ball further up the field, nearly coming off Millington. Closest as Robinson. Always full of running. Hampstead and Westminster have done very well to get the ball into the circle. Bouncing ball. Tyrrell is on the ground and it's been turned in, and it's a second for Hampstead and Westminster. Things were looking better for Beeston, but so quickly Hampstead and Westminster through the midfield and turning the ball in. for a second goal of the game. There's the ball into the centre. Falls kindly. There's the bouncy ball. Tyrrell was out of her goal. It's been turned in from close range. We'll get confirmation of that goal score in due course. So it was a challenge already for Beeston. Hampstead and Westminster scoring their second have made it doubly so. Turn towards 23-metre line. Beeston running into trouble and giving possession away again. Neat give and go. Turn over again via the umpire's whistle this time. We'll restart. Appeal for a free hit. Very effective movement with and without the ball for Hampstead and Westminster. Just seems to be someone at the right place in the right time pretty much all the time. Free hit on the Hampstead and Westminster right-hand side. Another one, this time a bit closer to the baseline. Difficult position to defend. Goes 5 metres out. It's loose. Tyrrell down. Penalty corner. Goalkeeper comes out, makes the stick stop. Did the ball stick underneath her? I suspect that's what's happened. So penalty corner number 1 of the game. Good stop. And Beeston can clear. Good delivery on the penalty corner. Steph Tyrrell, you heard the boom as she stopped that one progressing any further to the goal. Aerial ball, some distance on that. Fallen kindly for Beeston. They've got the free hit. But look how quickly Hampstead and Westminster get defensive ranks back. Diagonal ball taken down nicely. Benal looking for a little bit of support, gets a free hit, gets the quickly into the circle. Does she find a foot? No, she doesn't. It's been taken though off a Hampstead and Westminster stick for a long corner. Nice ball to the edge of the circle, nice turn, however, equally good defence. Taken down by Pendle. It will be a free hit for Beeston. Pendle goes quickly, gets the ball into the circle, possibly too quickly. Robinson throws her head back in frustration. Right idea. I think it might just be one of those days where things don't quite come off for Beeston. Although we've seen in recent weeks, anything can happen on this flameless blue surface. Nice time on that ball in, but again, finding Hampstead and Westminster stick on that delivery. Bit of a tangle on the far side. Beeston get the benefit of that. All very scrappy at the moment on the far side. Two teams battling for possession just in front of the Beeston dugout. I think it's the Bees that have the free hit. Grell is on the halfway line, just out of camera shots, shouting that she wants the ball. She's been ignored at the moment. Bell does very well, gets another free hit for Beeston. Quickly turned in, I think. That's again being very kind to Beeston. For a moment, I thought they'd painted themselves into trouble. The free hit, seeing the ball now back into the circle, long corner. Better spell for Beeston as we come towards the half an hour mark. Nice delay, making the space for the pass. Once again, things breaking down from a promising position from Beeston. Solid defensive work, and this is a good run. Taking a couple of players with her as well. And that is excellent, excellent work. Jane Kilpatrick, I think, is the player that deserves the credit for that. Kilpatrick transferred in from Belfast Harlequins. Played in a final of the World Cup qualifiers back in October 2021. Back in Pisa, that was. I got sent to Cardiff, which was lovely. It wasn't as warm as Pisa, where the women's event was taking place. Ball turned in. Umpire says play on. Hopeful ball forward comes to naught. 30th minute of play. Half-time break coming, and the clock reaches 35. Another tangle, another free hit. Stevens trying to find a way to intercept. Lewis goes to ground. Play on is the call, and Beeston move very quickly. Stevens wins a free hit on the right-hand side. Is there an opportunity to get the ball into the circle, make something happen? Lauren Dunn is the charged with the restarts, and there's a miscontrol, and that isn't welcome from a Beeston perspective. Trying to work something together. Ball being kept in, and that's a good tackle. Nice control. Beeston moving it through Stevens again, diagonal ball, moving it right to left. Nice pass on the reverse side. Beeston have it stripped away from them again. Although that one running out of play. Turnover ball via the side. Looked potentially like that was going to go for an aerial, but it came off. Lauren Turner, who's just closest to the camera. Done with a restart from the side. Just about worked, and I think some of the basics are letting this Beeston team down a little today. Swept towards the baseline and across the face of goal, and that's so close. So close. Looks like it's the captain who was closest to turning that one in, Lauren Burrell. Just watching this on the replay. You're not missing anything at the moment, but it's worth watching this again. There's the ball turned quickly, and then one touch across the face, and Burrell just couldn't get. She was set very nicely, but couldn't get the touch that move potentially deserved. There's Burrell into Newitt. That one doesn't get the touch. We are coming back. That sounded like a double blow, but it's potentially a card, I think, has been shown. It looks possibly like Lily Osley, who's gone for a sit down. We'll get confirmation of that, and also what colour the card was as well. It's Lauren Turner who's been shown a green card. So Hampstead and Westminster will play all but the final seconds of this half down to 10. Can Beeston take advantage of this? They have a long corner. Can afford maybe to throw a tiny bit more caution to the wind. They've looked at their best when they've played quickly, and there's a ball towards the corner that no one is able to get. And I think Mads Newitt is appealing to the umpire for something. Maybe she's saying she was being held or obstructed in some way. Umpire didn't see it that way. Beeston sniffing out an opportunity. Hampstead and Westminster looking to see out the half with a score as you were. Good game management there. Taking the ball out on the full, wiping away a few important seconds as they are down to 10. Just drawing a green triangle on my notes to indicate that Lauren Turner is declared with that 2-minute temporary suspension to her name. Good pressure coming from Beeston, but equally good management of the ball by Hampstead and Westminster. Beeston at the moment can't get anywhere near it. You have to fancy that is probably that for this half. Free hit though, which won't get taken. 35 minutes are up. Beeston versus Hampstead and Westminster in the Vitality Women's Premier Division. It's the visitors that have the advantage at half-time. Sarah Robertson, definitely the goal scorer of the first goal. We're not sure yet who got the touch and the decisive touch for the second goal, so that's why we're not saying anything. What we will do is have a half-time break, probably around, if you come back in around 6 minutes' time, you'll be back ready for the start of the second half. We've got a couple of messages from our sponsors as well. Many, many thanks to our sponsors for keeping us on air. Our main live streaming partner is Air IT. With over 15 years of industry experience, they're a mature, well-established and trusted strategic technology partner to a wide range of organisations and in-house teams. With comprehensive expertise across IT, communications, cybersecurity and business intelligence, Air IT will cover all your technology needs. Whether you choose to fully outsource or complement in-house resources, we provide a complete managed solution from initial advice to supply, implementation and ongoing support. Find out more at airit.co.uk. That's airit.co.uk. We're also proud to partner with Club Buzz. Club Buzz lets sports clubs build an incredible website and manage their entire club, including their team selection and payments with a Club Buzz app, which is rated 5 stars in the Apple App Store. Get started for free with Club Buzz at clubbuzz.co.uk. That's half time on BTV. We'll be back for the second half live next. Welcome back to BTV coverage live of Beeston versus Hampstead and Westminster. I don't know if they're waiting for the music is pulled down and the second half is underway. We were looking again at the performance of Beeston in the first half, and it hasn't been, it'd be fair to say, it hasn't been quite up to their recent standards. That said, Hampstead and Westminster have been very good and very effective. So I think it's give with one hand and take with the other. There's a little bit of both, and that's leading to Beeston 0, Hampstead and Westminster 2 at the start of the second half. There was a green card shown to Lauren Turner towards the end of the first half, and very busy half for Lauren Turner. She is the scorer of the second goal as well. We were able to confirm that over half time. So I think you're bang up to date. Hampstead and Westminster are playing left to right in the white and blue, attacking the boulevard end, the right hand side of the screen. Beeston in the black and gold halves, playing right to left, attacking the car park end. And they're trying to jazz things up and call it the Trent end, but it's Trent's so far away you might as well not even know. They're trying to jazz it up all the same. Ball bobbling through. Who got the final touch of that? It was a Beeston defender. Long corner for Hampstead and Westminster. Hamilton gets the ball for a second time. Moves, spins it back. There's Hamilton again. Diagonal ball to the T-point of the circle. Corner of the circle. We're trying to find a new name to describe the area of that circle where the line of the circle meets the baseline. No one was there though to take advantage of that nice idea. Space was there to try it on. Beeston with a quick ball down to the right hand side. Support is coming. You can see Caris Miller is towards the left of your picture. Beeston will go from here. Can they get that delivery in? Can they get the first goal? The second half. Clip ball in, batted away. Ball picked up on the stick. That's appreciated by the crowd. I think good crowd today. It is bitterly cold. The temperature's dropped another couple of degrees, and the chapel is never the warmest of places unless it's a 40-degree summer day, as we had at the Masters World Cup earlier this year. But today it's very cold. Beeston with possession back and the player goes to ground. We will be coming back. Just a reminder, if you're just joining us, our match umpires, Mark Jarvis, who is nearest the camera, furthest away is Janice Tasho. Beeston starting to bite back and win the ball. Going from the side. We've been treated to a few Christmas classics today. Are they Santa bringing you any hockey gifts? Do let us know. Send us a message. Nice ball. Robinson, will she keep it in? She does. Takes a touch, brings it back, makes a space, whips the ball into the circle. This could be on. Umpire's having a good look. And it goes the way of the visitors. Things open up very positively there for a shot. Went into a sea of players. It could. If it hit a player of some sort, we would have had a free hit. But no, just play was allowed to continue. So I'm not fully sure what happened. Through the middle. Just bouncing off the stick. Who's quickest to it? Hampstead and Westminster work an opening into the circle. Hits the outside of the frame of the goal. Beeston will get the restart. It sounded very much like the ball hit the frame of the goal, as in the wooden backboard, and therefore carried over the baseline. And I think that's exactly what's happened on the restart here, but for a moment it looked like we're playing on. Neat control, the ball coming very quickly. Jasmine Clark is the player with the number 9 on her back. She was the player running forward a few seconds ago. Bell does very well. I was looking at the playing roster of Beeston. They carry the ball, swing it around the back. 9 of today's match day 16 have played every game so far. And another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 have played all but 1 fixtures. So that's 15 of the 16 have played at least 10 of the 11 games so far. It's 9 of them played all of them. Beeston thought they'd worked an opening here. Billy Owsley running with the ball. Fantastic athlete to watch. Always direct. Carlton flicking the ball down. It's fallen kindly for Beeston. I think we're about to see a free hit. There was a long blow on the whistle. We are back off and underway. Free hit for Beeston, left of centre. I think the umpire might have been considering a card, but one didn't come out. So a free hit from a promising position. Bell decides to go backwards. Grieve twists this way and that, releases Kilpatrick, who's had a pretty decent game. Delivers the ball into the circle, bounces a couple of times. Who can get the first touch on it? It's a Beeston stick that takes it over the baseline. Looking elsewhere in the Beeston squad. Jess Hood. Isabel Hughes, Harriet Dugan have all featured throughout the season so far. Still looking to see a couple of more players later in the season. Brought in at the start. But of course, if you've got a successful team, it's difficult to integrate players into them. But as the games continue, and they will come thick and fast in the second half of the season, a few more faces will probably turn up. Bedell with a ball down. Traffic at the edge of the circle. Can Beeston make something out of this? No, they can't. Beeston giving a better account of themselves in this third quarter. Miller does well to take the ball and win a long corner, it appears. 2 balls on the field of play. We've got to get rid of one. Fired in towards the circle. Well locked up again. Beeston through Bell once more, winning it back. Grieve takes a touch. Control on halfway. Beeston get another free hit centrally. This is starting to look better. And Allo takes it over the baseline though. I thought she had taken it over the baseline. We some doubt over whether it's a long corner or not. Just as I thought, it is actually a Hampstead and Westminster restart. It was a touch from Banano that took the ball over. Aerial ball taken down. Beeston win it back on the 23-metre line. Fired in, bouncing. It is in the goal, but it didn't get a touch on the way through. Nice idea. Nice idea. Now, I'm no expert, but things seem to be working better for Beeston when they move the ball quicker. Best couple of opportunities and openings that they've had is when they've had quick movement. When they've had possession and tried to build something, it's broken down a couple of times. So swing at a stick. We will be coming back for that. The left of your picture, number 29 for Hampstead and Westminster, former B, Esme Birch. No stranger to Nottingham Hockey Centre, former B and University of Nottingham player. Beeston working it through the middle. Giving away a free hit as the clouds. The floodlights are on. They're about 50% on at the moment. It's getting darker and colder. Nice from Reed with a little layoff. Takes a touch, flicked up into the air. It's still live. Can this be turned in? Gianfrancesco having to be on her toes. Penalty corner for Beeston. Arms outstretched from the umpire in the picture. We'll through this one. So it's a bouncing ball, takes a touch. Millington, who's closest to it, kicked away, fired in. I think it might have been into the body of the Hampstead and Westminster player. So it's the first corner of the game for Beeston. It's the second overall. We only had one so far in the game. Just like you to get a better view of what's going on by looking out of the window. Grieve and Millington are the two players, and we will be coming back. Looks like player broke too quickly on halfway, so it's a reset. Hampstead and Westminster then lose a defensive player from their line. So the movement was towards the left-hand side, and Lucy Millington, will we see more of the same? Yes, we will. It's been blocked, big ooh, and it's so close to being turned in. Robinson on hand, so close to adding another to our ever-expanding tally of goals. Something we're seeing quite a lot. I think sometimes she injects and then follows the ball in, adds a different dimension in the near post. It's the closest that Beeston have come so far, and there's more of a spring in the step of the home side. Ball being carried over to the right-hand side, shielded away from the stick, and that's a nice turn. Ball played into the right-hand side and now in towards the circle, diving abilities coming into play from Millington, really struggling, putting everything into try and winning that ball in the circle. Beeston trying to operate higher up the field of play at the car park end, and it looks like that struck Robinson. She's certainly turning into a good contest. Reading the preview of this game on the England Hockey website, you can see in the middle of your picture words from Paige Gillis. Still there for you to have a look at. Beeston moving it down the right hand side and into the circle and over the baseline again. A couple of the players have either slipped or been tripped, and the player down is just receiving a little bit of attention from the umpire. Hopefully everything is all right. Yes, that seems to be okay. 90 seconds or so until three-quarter time. Still plenty of life in this game yet. Beeston can work their way back in. They've had a much better third quarter than the first half of the game. Of course, winning a penalty corner a couple of minutes ago. Aerial ball. Goes the way of Beeston. A reminder of the other fixtures, all starting at 2 o'clock today. University of Birmingham, Holcombe. Wimbledon, University of Nottingham. Surbiton by Clifton Robinsons. Reading, Loughborough Students, East Grinstead, Buckingham, and Beeston, as you can see, are playing Hampstead and Westminster. If we're able to bring you any information from those fixtures, we will do. The two games that are crucial to deciding where that sixth spot goes to: Surbiton, Clifton Robinsons, and Reading, Loughborough Students. It could be Clifton Robinsons, it could be Loughborough Students who take that sixth spot. Beeston trying to harry and win the ball back to no avail. Stern, a blow of the whistle from the umpire nearest. And Beeston a chance to maybe pump the ball into the circle. That's good control. Ball coming in quickly at a difficult angle. Gentle restart. Sideline ball, Kilpatrick. Not sure exactly where we've got this additional time coming from, but we'll take it, as Beeston are doing well and looking to win the ball again in a dangerous position. In fact, there is three-quarter time. So it's a much better position in terms of position on the field, but the scoreline hasn't changed. It's Beeston 0, Hampstead and Westminster 2. Sarah Robertson scoring early on, Lauren Turner adding a second. So that's where we're at three-quarter time. As ever, we're encouraging you to like, subscribe, share any way that you like, any of the platforms that we're currently coming to you on. If you engage, we're all about that. Please engage, message us, let us know where you're watching anywhere in the world, and we'll try and get you a shout out. Engagement is the king. That's what's pushed us up the rankings, and if we can get higher up the rankings, then we can bring more games and more hockey to you, the viewer. Beeston 0, Hampstead and Westminster 2 is the score at three-quarter time. 17.5 minutes still to play. I'll catch my breath ahead of the start of the fourth and final quarter. This is BTV. Welcome back to BTV, the final quarter of hockey we're bringing you in the calendar year of 2022. At the moment, it's Hampstead and Westminster that are in the box seat. They're looking potentially. They have enough points to move on to 23 as things stand and leapfrog Wimbledon. What we don't know is how Wimbledon are doing. Solid defence, trying not to get caught out, and that's well worked again in the defence. Now Beeston, if they have results go their way, they need to find 3 goals in the next 17 minutes. They could finish the first half of the season in 3rd place. So everything to play for. Firm delivery, which has been blocked by Cusack. Blow the whistle, and we're going to see a card here. That looks like a yellow card from this distance. So who's gone for a sit down? It's a second offence from Lauren Turner, and so she's been shown a yellow card. So 5 minutes. The Beeston will have a player advantage, and they make something of this. It's been an eventful game for Lauren Turner, number 17 of Hampstead and Westminster. Not only scored, she's got a green card and a yellow card as well. Interlocking sticks, and Beeston free hit incoming. Patrick is open on the left hand side. I'm sure that ball's going to find her now. Yes, it does. Trying to go around the long way. That's the signal. Long corner. So Beeston looking to build something together here. Umpire not quite happy where that restart's likely to have been taken from. So Bell gives the ball to herself and then receives it again from the 1-2. Grieve assesses the options, decides that right is the way to do it. It's unfortunate, the ball coming up for the sideline. Hardy crowd today, as ever. You're not seeing the full crowd at Nottingham Hockey Centre. There's always lots and lots of people on this side where the camera is as well. It is a bitterly cold day. It's not getting any warmer. You can see from the number of hats, scarves, gloves in the distance. We did have umbrellas earlier on, but fortunately that seems to have stopped. We did have a couple of renditions of Let It Snow. We probably wouldn't be too far away from that if the weather stays the same. Decent takedown, play on. Advantage given. It certainly looked like something was going to give to Hampstead and Westminster, but the play is allowed to continue. That's a nice take, stepping in. Give it to Grieve. Grieve. Nice diagonal ball, but no one is there, sadly. Even the ball patrol thoroughly wrapped up today. Robertson, who scored the first goal in possession, now has the ball taken off her. Bell turns, gives it back to Benallo. And again, the diagonal ball is not kept in on the far side. Ball skipping up. Grahams, I think it is 28 on her back with a restart. But for all the world, that was going to be an aerial, but no. Been moved neatly to Hamilton, who comes inside with the ball. Containing job at the moment from Hampstead and Westminster. A reminder they are a player down through a yellow card to Lauren Turner. Robinson takes up possession on halfway. Nice control, the ball's into the circle but over the baseline. Really nice idea. Van taking the ball away from Robertson. I think that's because there's so much distance between the ball and the receiving player. She's more than entitled to come in and try and win that one back, but she succeeded in knocking it out of play. Pendle with the ball forward. The play goes sprawling in the middle of that. We are back to a full complement of 11. I must say that was a very quick 5 minutes, wasn't it? It certainly felt like it. I'm being assured that 5 minutes does actually mean 5 minutes these days. But that just says that about this game that the intensity is picked up, but there's an awful lot going on. There's no let up. Crunch ball which has been slowed on its way through. Steph Tyrrell has come a long way, trying not to foul. Done incredibly well in tandem with the defence to shield the ball. Steph Tyrrell by some distance the busier of the two goalkeepers today. Into the circle once more, the boulevard end, and once again Beeston look to repel. It's in very quickly. Tyrrell kicks away, and it's a penalty corner for the visitors. Here's that second movement as the ball is won back. I think it hit the foot of Grieve. Towards the right of the circle, low, and then turned in. And it looks like it's another goal for Turner. Having another look at this. It may not have been. It may have not been. It may have been. Alston, who had the final touch, certainly that was the player who was initially celebrating. But we'll get official confirmation in due course. That does mean, though, with less than 9 minutes to play, Beeston need to find 4 goals. They want to end the first half of the season in the top 3. They will definitely finish in the top 6. It will be the cherry on the cake if they could get as high as that at this stage of the season. Hampstead and Westminster, though, in very much the in the driving seats. It is Grace Beeston who has been credited with the goal. It may have taken a touch on the way through, but no, it is Beeston's goal. Moving on to 6 for the season. Miscontrol. And Robinson trying to hunt things down. She's done pretty well. There's a nice take by Owsley right in front of the camera. Baker, the captain. Space on the right hand side for the crossfield ball coming in. Reed looking for it. Burrell coming back to add to the defensive ranks. Loose in the circle. Beeston get the benefit of the whistle though. As things stand, this will put Beeston's goal difference back to 0. Kilpatrick. Those are the restarts. Melanie Wilkinson probing, trying to win the ball back. Another Beeston free hit. Is there a twist in the tail? Not kept in on the far side. A terrific first half of the season for Beeston. Just feels that this has flattened the party somewhat. Stevens runs into a bit of trouble. Sideline ball for the visitors again. There's a slip in the circle, however, Beeston have possession, bringing it back to their defensive 23-metre line. There's a nice shielding of the ball. Just looking back at back in 2019, I think it was. Yes, it was September 2019. It was the very, very first Hampstead and Westminster Premier Division game that we would have brought to you on BTV. That one finished Beeston 1. Hampstead Westminster 4, with Grace Beeston and Sarah Robertson on target that day as well. But Robertson scored on this ground back in February 2022. Beeston get the defensive free hit here. It feels as if it's Beeston's pride that's taken a sting as well today. Robinson plays the ball down the right-hand side, but that's easily watched. Back to see another entry into the pocket, and there's a green card that's been shown. I think I recognise the player who's that's been shown to, but we'll stand by confirmation. It was Lucy Hyams shown the green card, and I think not quite early enough to get to the showers earlier, but all the same, I don't think she'll play any further part in the game. Can Beeston get on the score sheet? Millington. Is it further forward? He's a bit camped on the left-hand side. Gillett wants the ball back very quickly with 60 seconds to play. Is there a ball into the circle? Nice take, just drawing the defender out as well. Nice disguise on that one, but flicked away. Whose ball is it? Sideline ball being as the spare ball was knocked away. Can Beeston get the ball in the circle? They can. Defended well. Now decides to go down the right-hand side into the circle this way, and calmly done in the Hampstead and Westminster defensive ranks again. All the action taking place at the far corner. Umpire right on things. Player goes to ground. Long corner. That probably is that for the first half of the season. Done with the ball forward, and everyone comes to a stop. And that is that. The final score is Beeston 0, Hampstead and Westminster 3. Let me talk you through the goals. Sarah Robertson, Lauren Turner and Grace Balsden all on target for Hampstead and Westminster. And a disappointing end to the first half of the season for the Bees. That's not to say that the whole half of the season is covered by this 70 minutes of play. It's been a very, very impressive first half of the season for Beeston's women. They are in the top 6 of the nation's top teams, and that is something that they will go into with fresh and renewed vigour and intensity in the second half of the season. What we don't know yet is the other teams, or one other team that will fall into the top 6, and that also means that we don't know the rest of the fixtures. One thing that we do know is that Beeston's men are in action tomorrow as the sun peeks out behind the clouds over in the distance. A beautiful shot as ever at the end of the BTV broadcast. Beeston's men could still make the top 6. There's a handful of teams that could still appear. Oxford are playing East Grinstead tomorrow. They're one of the teams that could finish there. The University of Nottingham also, they're against Wimbledon across the car park. So University of Nottingham could finish in that top 6. Old Georgians are guaranteed to be top of the table on Christmas Day. They're hosting Brooklands Manchester University. Surbiton hosting Beeston tomorrow, as mentioned. Reading host Hampstead and Westminster. So Reading could also finish in that 6th place. Holcombe and hosting University of Exeter. So all to play for in the men's competition. Good luck to Beeston's men. So from all of us here at Nottingham Hockey Centre on BTV, it has been a pleasure keeping you company for the 11 BTV broadcasts this half of the season. From me, Andy Day, from Kellen, from Adam, from Josh and everyone else here at Nottingham Hockey Centre who make BTV such a success, and myself, Andy D, it has been a true pleasure and a privilege keeping you company for this first half of the season. We'll be back in 2023. Happy Christmas